What is the call sign? Over.
Call sign is Charlie 6 Bravo Foxtrot 5.
All right, guys, Venezuela and Guyana is at it again. Caribbean people have been urged to prepare for anything. And when we say anything, we mean anything, even a possible war in the Caribbean. This is not something new. We saw the flare ups before. We saw the meetings that took place in St. Vincent to try to put a handle on it before. But this is not the first time that we're having flare ups between Guyana and Venezuela. But this one looks like it's going to be something else. Of course, the United States has already got involved in this. So that's why I said to you, prepare for war, prepare for anything. Get your supplies now, be prepared. This could be it. We don't know. We hope it's not, but it could be. This morning was very interesting.
This morning, Saturday, 1st of March 2025, at approximately 7 hours, a Venezuelan armed patrol ship entered Guyana's waters. During this incursion, the Venezuelan vessel approached various assets in our exclusive waters, including FPSO Prosperity. Assets and FPSO Prosperity are operating lawfully within Guyana's exclusive economic zone. Guyana's maritime boundaries are recognized under international law. We have already summoned the Venezuelan ambassador. The Minister of Foreign Affairs would have summoned him to his office, registering our strong protests over this matter. That we have reached out to all our international partners, and all our international partners have responded positively. These include the UK, France, the USS, RSS, CARICOM, and we continue to work with other neighbors, Brazil, at the military level and at the level of the state.
The Venezuelan government announces that Guyanese President Irfan Ali pretends to become the Caribbean Zelensky to start a conflict in the region through dangerous provocations. Venezuela categorically rejects the baseless remarks of the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Irfan Ali, who brazenly lies when he claims that units of the Venezuelan Bolivarian Navy are violating the maritime territory of Guyana, hiding the fact that those waters do not form part of Guyanese territory, since it is a maritime area pending delimitation in accordance with international law. The official statement continues saying it is inadmissible and constitutes a serious violation of international law that Guyana has a territory over which there is a dispute, and worse still, has a seat pending delimitation granting illegal concessions for the exploitation of energy resources, while systematically evading its international obligations under the 1966 Geneva Convention. Venezuela demands that Guyana stops dodging this agreement and comply with its commitments to seek a negotiated, peaceful, practical, and satisfactory solution for both parties established in this binding instrument.
Well, there you have it. So Venezuela is basically saying, look, this water is disputed. It belongs to none of us, so all of us can traverse it. And there you have it. And so they're calling on the Argyle Agreement, which was made in St. Vincent. Of course, you know that the Prime Minister will have to get involved in this now because he's the interlocutor, which means the person between both parties. So you heard from Guyana, you heard from Venezuela. And then, of course, America decides that they're going to intervene in this matter as well. Remember, the U.S. has now taken away Chevron's license, so there's no more oil money for Venezuela, so they need money. U.S. warns Maduro of consequences for an incursion of Venezuelan warship into Guyana. It says the United States today issued a stern warning to Nicolas Maduro regime on Saturday following reports that a Venezuelan patrol boat entered into the Guyanese waters, threatening ExxonMobil's offshore operation. Of course, you know Exxon belongs to America, so you know what's going to be happening there. They're going to be protecting their assets. Venezuelan naval vessel threatening ExxonMobil's floating production, storage, and offloading FPSO unit is unacceptable and a clear violation of Guyana's internationally recognized maritime territory. State Department Bureau of Western Hemisphere said in its X account, further provocation resulting consequences for the Maduro regime. The United States reaffirmed its support for Guyana's territorial integrity, and in the 1899 Arbitral Award, it added, prepare for war, prepare for anything, because this issue can get out of hand. You see what's happening all around you. Not because the Caribbean is quiet mean nothing can't happen. The question is, whose side would CARICOM take in this matter? CARICOM is so divided on so many things. You saw how they voted in the Ukraine-Russia issue. Which side would CARICOM take? Well, they issued a statement today. They said CARICOM was informed by the president of Guyana of the interaction of Venezuela military vessel. And then they're saying all acts of aggression and provocation are contrary to international law and the 2023 Argyle Declaration. Expressing to Guyana and Venezuela are enjoined to avoid unnecessary confrontational actions. This provocative incident, initiated by Venezuela, runs counter to the agreed commitment of CARICOM and the Latin American states to ensure that the Caribbean region remains a zone of peace. It is critical that there be a peaceful resolution of the border controversy, which is still in the, of course, International Court of Justice, which already has conducted over the dispute. Backdrop: CARICOM calls on Venezuela to order the urgent removal of the vessel from Guyana's water and further to refrain from engaging with FPSO platforms, as has been reported. What is required now is more than ever patience, calm, and non-provocation on both sides, as was contemplated in the Argyle Declaration. A resolution of this controversy remains entirely possible without any acts of provocation or aggression. Of course, CARICOM regurgitates the same thing every time, but what is good to see in this one is that they are saying that the incident was initiated by Venezuela and it runs counter to the agreement that was born in Argyle in St. Vincent. So that is good to see that they're finally opening and see what's happening here and calling a spade a spade. If Guyana did it, they would call a spade a spade. If Venezuela is doing it, they would call a spade a spade. And that is good. That is very good because, if anything is to happen, you ask yourself, which side would CARICOM take? Like I said to you before, the United States have already gotten involved because their assets are in Guyana's water, as they say. So look out, be prepared, get your supplies now.